You suddenly gain godlike powers over the universe. What is the first thing you do? Pause time for a few hours so I can take a fat-ass nap without anyone bothering me. The scary thing is, for all we know, there might actually be an omnipotent being doing this every few minutes. We would have no way of ever knowing. If I was in some kind of Sims game, the player better get to pause lest they go all genocidal. Well, start exploring my powers, right? Not like you inherited 3 owners' manual to your powers. Create a manual for your powers. I'm more of a visual learner. I'd need someone to make a YouTube explaining my powers. What's up, YouTube? Today we gonna learn how to control omnipotency. But before we get into that, only a small portion of my viewers are subscribed, so don't forget to hit that subscribe button and hit the bell. This video is sponsored by Squarespace. Wanna make a cube-shaped piece of an alternate reality? Squarespace is here to help you make a website about it. I would explore. Pretty much. Leave Earth and just wander around the infinite void known as space. This is the plot to Star Maker by Olaf Stapledon. Great book. Stop time. Chill for 1,000 years. Like Bernard's watch style? I'm not a big one for fantasizing generally, but I genuinely fantasize about owning Bernard's watch at least once a week. The ability to just have as long a lie-in as I want, never be late for anything, be super efficient with everything, so I've got plenty of time left over to do fun stuff. I don't want to do anything wild with it, I just want to make the day about 28 to 30 hours long, would improve quality of life so much. Edit. As a lot of people are mentioning it, I will caveat that in this scenario I'm not aging. The rules of BW were a bit fluid, but to my mind he didn't age, when time was frozen. You know, I've always wondered if this would be feasible. They never established if Bernard ages whilst using the watch's ability, could waste your life away if you abuse its power. Don't forget that he freezes water that's flowing, so must also freeze air molecules in place, so if he stops moving he'll use up all the oxygen in that area and suffocate. I may have thought about this a little too much. Edit. Crap, what about light? That takes time to move too. If he makes a shadow, does the shadow stay once he moves away? Generate a new seed. I do that like twice a day already. Heya, there it is. I'm totally making dwarves. Okay, chill, all. The dwarves call him Mahal. Force war-mongering politicians to fight each other to the death while we all observe. First fight. Putin versus a hungry bear. Nah. Putin versus Florida man. The ultimate showdown. Probably change the laws of this universe to make it an abundant utopia before piecing out and making my own universe with elves and dwarves and magic and shit. Yeah, something like this I'd gather, create countless inhabited worlds and arrange them into a kind of infinite clockwork. A galaxy brimming with life, with worlds easily accessible to one another, sharing a galaxy-wide Goldilocks zone of thousands of stars. Plot twist, they're all xenophobic. Stellaris moment. Ask my cat if she likes me. I genuinely would like to know. I don't think about you at all, cat. OMG. I forgot you existed. I usually only remember you at mealtimes. Edit Reddit post titles. He's too powerful to be left alive. Everyone is healthy. This is so wholesome. Totally agree. As someone in healthcare myself, I think most health workers would be happy if our jobs became obsolete, or at least significantly reduced in scale to just accidents. If all you guys had to do was set bones, clean some cuts, and tell us everything will be alright, man, I would love to live in that world. Cure the world of all its ills and problems, then see if everyone goes insane like Agent Smith said. That is extremely vague. There are plenty of problems that exist because one person wants the opposite of another person. So you might instead try to alleviate the root cause, but then you're going down a rabbit hole of root causes at which end you're basically rewriting all of human existence and history. Good thing we have omnipotency. Yes to everyone. Jim Carrey thought the same thing. Make it so cereal bags never rip the wrong way ever again. Put Ziploc enclosures on cereal bags. First instinct? Make the perfect cup of tea. Uncle Iroh would like to know your location. After making this comment, now I've decided that I would open up spirit portals at the North and South Pole and cause a harmonic convergence, giving birth to fire, water, earth, and airbenders in the world, and make myself the first avatar. Just do us one favor, protect Iroh. Create a universal rule where any human who's about to do something awful is suddenly compelled to volunteer at a local humanitarian organization. Id determine the threshold and what constitutes awful. Example: instead of invading Ukraine, Putin rallied his entire army for nationwide Meals on Wheels. This is a good one. So many of the things to help humanity would probably backfire either economically or in some other way. But this would make the world better for everyone more organically, so we would adapt as we go. But if huge world powers were to agree on these types of humanitarian efforts, I think it would be in global economic boom. A healthier, more stable general population would absolutely grow economies. It would ruin billionaires, but perhaps they would also be ones that suddenly have a huge philanthropic change of heart. Greater than it would ruin billionaires. Oh no, how terrible. Teleport to Mars and build my own fancy castle out of nowhere. That works fine until your ex convinces you to come back and save the Earth. Gotta be in a relationship first to have an ex. Checkmate atheists. Leave Earth and explore. 300 planets later. Sure are a lot of fucking rocks in this universe. Edit. Greater than. No, insisted Arthur. Don't you understand? This is the first time I've actually stood on the surface of another planet, a whole alien world. Pity it's such a dump though. The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. The first thing I would do is stop time for the whole universe, myself excluded, so I would have more time to think about what to do and avoid catastrophic unintended consequences. Hopefully I remember to resume time before I leave this dimension to some other reality. Step 1. Make a backup. Trigger a 15-minute simultaneous orgasm to all beings. A lot of planes and cars crashing from this lol. Worth it. I'd appear on some toast.